March Cheesesteak Madness. Double the historic cheesesteak fun. The devil's in the details. Parts 1, 2, and 3. The origin of March Cheesesteak Madness. The seeding process. The judges. And the tournament. 2021 March Cheesesteak Madness. Double the historic cheesesteak fun. The devil is in the details. Part 1, the origin of March Cheesesteak Madness and the seeding process. This was the first time in cheesesteak bracket tournament history that judges ate every cheesesteak in every match. We love making history and we love getting everyone involved. So we also had a People's Bracket. The People's Bracket was completed by online voting and hosted by PhillyBite Magazine. We started with 64 cheesesteaks in a bracket style tournament. We ended with a judges champion and a people's champion. My name is Jim Pappas. I've eaten 837 different cheesesteaks in the last 3 years. I am on a Philadelphia cheesesteak adventure, my quest for the ultimate cheesesteak. The adventure began in May of 2018. I had recently met my new best friend and we were looking for stuff to do. Claymont Steaks held a special place in each of our hearts. We decided we would go around trying different cheesesteaks. I rideshare drive and started asking my riders about their favorite cheesesteak place. Their passion for cheesesteaks came flying out of the back seat. I knew this was more than just something to do with my new best friend. I gave it a name, Philadelphia Cheesesteak Adventure, built a website, www.philadelphiacheesesteakadventure.com, learned how to use social media, and developed a 5-category 100-point scoring system to grade each cheesesteak. I take pictures and video of every cheesesteak. I have a spreadsheet that has the score, notes, amenities, and physical location for every cheesesteak I have eaten. All of this can be found on my website. I have learned from talking to people about cheesesteaks that Philadelphians love to argue about who has the best cheesesteak. March Cheesesteak Madness had to be done. This was the second annual March Cheesesteak Madness. It is a bracket-style tournament that mirrors the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. The tournament begins with 64 cheesesteaks seeded in 4 regions. The regions are 1, Philadelphia, 2, Delaware County, 3, New Jersey, Delaware, 4, the other Philadelphia area counties. Those would be Chester, Montgomery, Berks, and Berks. To ensure each region had an equal number of high-scoring cheesesteaks, I sorted my cheesesteak spreadsheet by score and county. Footnote, Philadelphia is also a county. Double footnote, New Jersey, Delaware is a collection of their counties. Each region had roughly 36 high-scoring cheesesteaks. From those cheesesteaks came the 16 that represented their region in March Cheesesteak Madness. My scoring system has 5 categories: roll, meat, cheese, extras, and overall experience. Each category is worth 20 points for a total of 100. I usually order a cheesesteak with fried onions and mushrooms. I used to order lettuce and tomatoes to judge for freshness, but I've gotten away from that. The overall experience category plays a bigger role in what cheesesteaks we like more than I thought it would. For the adventure, I eat most of the cheesesteaks after driving people around for several hours. Places that are quiet, comfortable, and have a bathroom may unintentionally get a few extra points. When people tell me about their favorite cheesesteak, I always hear more about my dad's favorite spot, standing in line after a night out with friends, teammates, and first dates, more than the actual cheesesteak. We have 2 poll questions on PhillyBite Magazine. Both pertain to how you would like to see 2022 March Cheesesteak Madness. The first question: how would you like to see the structure of the tournament? 1, one bracket of 64 cheesesteaks from Philadelphia. 2, a bracket of 64 cheesesteaks from Philadelphia and a separate bracket of 64 cheesesteaks from outside of Philadelphia. Or C, the current setup: 4 regions, 1 region being Philadelphia, the other 3 regions representing the other counties outside of Philadelphia and in New Jersey, Delaware. The second question pertains to who gets into the tournament. A, do we list every cheesesteak and the top 64 vote getters get in? B, play-in tournaments. For example, best of Gloucester County, with the winner or top 3 places getting a seat in March Cheesesteak Madness. Or C, current setup, looking at my spreadsheet and pulling out the top scoring cheesesteaks. 2021 March Cheesesteak Madness. Double the historic cheesesteak fun. The devil's in the details. Part 2, the judges. Just made a big gastronomic and time commitment to March Cheesesteak Madness. 64 cheesesteaks is a lot of cheesesteaks, especially when you're trying to eat them in a limited amount of time. I was very happy that 9 people wanted to be judges. After a few cheesesteaks, the first thing judges and guest eaters tell me is that they are surprised at how different each cheesesteak is. The second thing they tell me is that they love going to the different places, meeting the people, learning their backstory, and seeing what makes each cheesesteak different and special. I tried to be supportive, but I did get a twisted joy when the judges realized they had to judge the cheesesteaks, and only one of their new best friend cheesesteaks got to move on to the next round. Favorite, best, these are very subjective and personal. I like having the judges, so every cheesesteak is eaten, and there is a reason, someone's personal reason, why one cheesesteak moves on to the next round. We had a great group of judges that represented the cheesesteak eating universe very well. One judge had been a contestant on the TV show Chopped. One had been a contestant on MasterChef. We had several celebrities, an expert eater, a photographer, and an intern. Unfortunately, someone else's intern. The judges for the round of Sweet 16 through the finals were our most seasoned, bad pun intended, judges. First, Chef Mark the Brain Tversky, corporate chef and subject matter expert. Second was Diane the Hammer Farina, event planner extraordinaire and our hardest grading judge. And 3, Amigo Dan, regular contributor on Philadelphia Cheesesteak Adventure and resident roll snob. We have Meet the Judges videos for all 9 judges on www.marchcheesesteakmadness.com and on our Facebook page, March Cheesesteak Madness. 2021 March Cheesesteak Madness. Double the historic cheesesteak fun. The Devil's in the Details, Part 3, the tournament. This was a history-making tournament. This was the first time in cheesesteak bracket tournament history that judges ate every cheesesteak in every match. Balancing fresh cheesesteaks and a logistical nightmare, we judged 2 rounds at a time. For the first 2 rounds, the judges drove to the different cheesesteak places. Most of the cheesesteaks were eaten on site, but some were taken to a neutral location. The third and fourth rounds, Sweet 16 and Elite 8, were eaten at a neutral location and the shop owners delivered their cheesesteaks to us. The final 4 was held at a neutral location and the shop owners delivered their cheesesteaks to that location. I videoed the first 2 rounds on my iPhone 7. ABC's Localish videoed the round of Sweet 16 through to the championship match. The final 4 cheesesteaks were being eaten and judged for the 3rd time. Early in the tournament, a comment on social media was that someone wished there were fresh-made cheesesteaks in every round. We weren't able to accomplish that, but consistency did play a big part in naming this year's judges champion. Something that is brought to my attention regularly is that when the tournament begins, 63 cheesesteaks are not going to win. I can't help that, but I am glad that with our regional seedings, we are able to have 3 additional winners. Best of Philadelphia, Best of Delaware County, Best of New Jersey, Delaware, and Best of the other counties. I get a lot of positive feedback from the cheesesteak shop owners on the People's Bracket. They like it because it gives them another reason to interact with their customers. People's Bracket will remain the same unless I get a really good idea on how to improve it. This has been part 3 of the Devil's in the Details, the tournament. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned for part 4, the Philadelphia region. The Cheesesteak Adventure is my quest to find the ultimate cheesesteak, and the tournament is designed to name a champion. But both are intended to celebrate all of the great cheesesteaks and the wonderful people that toil behind hot grills to make them for us. You can see videos of every contestant on the tournament's website, www.marchcheesesteakmadness.com, and or the tournament's Facebook page, March Cheesesteak Madness. Drive to 1,000. I've eaten 841 different cheesesteaks as of today, and I want to get to 1,000 by the end of 2021. I'm looking to have guest eaters join me. Do you have a favorite spot I haven't been to? Do you want to be a guest eater? Email me, cheesesteakadventure@gmail.com, if you'd like to be part of the drive for 1,000.